Assalamu alaikum dear students. In our last lecture, we have discussed about importance of carbon. Now, in this lecture, we will learn more about carbon, its properties and its nature. So let's begin. As you can see in the picture, carbon is a non-metal having atomic number 6 and valency 4. Hence, its electronic configuration will be 2, 4. It means in its K shell there will be 2 electrons and its L shell, or in this case also called as valence shell, will be having 4 electrons. Hence, electrons that are present in the last shell, that is valence shell, are called valence electrons. So carbon have 4 valence electrons, or we can say valency of carbon is 4, isn't it? Valency means combining capacity of an element. So here in this case 4 electrons are available for bond formation, isn't it? And we have already learned in our class 9 that
ionization energy is needed to remove an electron.
now in case of carbon there are 4 valence electrons, and in its valence shell maximum of 8 electrons can accommodate. So it means carbon needs 4 electrons to achieve stable configuration, or in other words we can say carbon needs 4 electrons to get stable. In our previous classes, we have learned that in such a situation, an atom can either lose or gain electrons in order to achieve stable configuration. And for transferring 4 electrons, maximum ionization energy is needed. And in this case, carbon is not having maximum ionization energy to lose or gain. So in this case, what will happen? The question is, what will happen? Yes, carbon will form covalent bond instead of ionic bond. Now the question is, what is covalent bond? In case of ionic bond, we have seen that one atom loses its electrons and other atom gains. But in case of covalent bond, no complete transfer of electron will take place, but there will be mutual sharing of electrons. So let's see the example to understand this covalent bond. Hence the valency of carbon is 4. It means the electrons available for the bond formation are 4. So it means carbon will form 4 bonds like in case of methane. As you can see from the picture, carbon will form 4 bonds with 4 hydrogens and will share 1 electron with each hydrogen, and in turn 4 hydrogens will share 4 electrons with carbon. There is no complete transfer, as I earlier said, just sharing of electrons between these. So the bond that is formed by sharing of electrons is called as covalent bond, and the number of electrons contributed by each atom for sharing is known as its covalency, and the compounds that are formed by the sharing of electrons are called as covalent compounds. Now moving to next characteristic, carbon is tetravalent. What does that tetravalent mean? Tetravalent means valency of 4, and we have seen carbon has a valency of 4. Hence carbon is tetravalent. Now next characteristic, carbon is tetrahedral. As you can see from the picture, the 4 valencies of carbon do not lie in a plane but are directed towards the 4 corners, forming a shape that of a regular tetrahedron. So we can say the shape of the carbon is tetrahedral, isn't it? Here you can see in the picture, here the thick solid line represents the bond that is above the paper, and the dotted line represents the bond that is below the plane of paper, and the ordinary or the solid line that represents the bonds in the brain of the paper. So, and moreover, you can see the angle between two adjacent valencies is 109 degree, and in this case that angle is called as tetrahedral angle. Thank you. That was all for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, assalamu alaikum.